You may not be lazy. Your everyday life may just be stronger than your goals. Most people think change starts with discipline. I think that's only half true. Because most people don't fail from a lack of ambition. They fail because their old life keeps training their old self. Think about it. You wake up in the same room. You check the same phone. You hear the same opinions. You talk to the same people. You take in the same information. You feel the same emotions. And then you expect yourself to become a completely different person. That's not impossible, but it's harder than most people admit. Because before you even try to change, your old environment has already voted, and it has more votes than you do. I learned this through a complete reset of my life. A few years ago, almost everything familiar just disappeared. The environment changed, the language changed, the people around me changed, the rhythm of my days changed, what entered my mind changed. And the strange thing is this: I didn't become stronger overnight. I didn't write some heroic plan for my future. I didn't wake up with perfect motivation. But my behavior started to change, not because I suddenly had more willpower, but because my old environment lost some of its control. That experience taught me something I keep seeing everywhere. Most people don't suffer because they have no goals. It's the opposite. They know exactly what they should do. They know they should sleep earlier. They know they should stop scrolling. They know they should study. They know they should leave the relationship that drains them. They know they should start the thing they've been avoiding. But they don't move. Then they turn that failure into identity. Maybe I'm lazy, maybe I'm weak, maybe I have no discipline, maybe I just not that kind of person. But what if that's not the real problem? What if your current life is designed to pull you back into your old self? The same room reminds you of the same habits. The same people expect the same version of you. The same information creates the same desires. The same routines produce the same emotional state. You are not just making choices, you are being trained. People don't live by motivation, they live by repeated cues. What you see shapes what you think. What you hear shapes what feels normal. What you repeat shapes what you believe about yourself. This is why so many people feel inspired for 3 days and then fall back. It's not always because they failed. It's because their conditions never changed. They want a new identity, but they are living inside an old script. They want focus, but their phone rewards fragmentation. They want ambition, but their circle normalizes a smaller life. They want peace, but their environment rewards chaos. So the better question isn't this: how do I force myself to be more disciplined? The better question is this: what is my current life training me to become? That question is uncomfortable. But it's also useful because it gives you something real to change. A reset isn't always romantic. Most of the time, it feels like losing autopilot. Things you used to do without thinking suddenly require attention. You have to listen more carefully. You have to speak more deliberately. You have to rebuild your routines. You have to rebuild your social world. You have to become aware of things you used to ignore. That's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes it's embarrassing. Sometimes it makes you feel behind. But that discomfort creates awareness, and awareness creates choice. When the old script breaks, you finally see the script. You realize that many of the things you called my personality were just the patterns your environment kept rewarding. You are not fixed, you are fixed in place. And when the conditions change, the person starts to move. I've seen this for years through teaching. When you teach someone a difficult skill, you start to notice how people really change. Some students shift after one lesson, not because they suddenly practiced 10 more hours, but because they finally hear a different standard. They realized the problem wasn't that they were bad at it. The problem was this: I was repeating the wrong thing. I was listening for the wrong signal. I was using the same tension. I was correcting the wrong mistake. I was practicing inside a standard that was too low. And this isn't just about music. It's true for language. It's true for fitness. It's true for work. It's true for relationships. If the standard is wrong, effort makes the mistake more stable. If the environment is wrong, time makes the old problem more familiar. So the question isn't only this: how long have you been trying? The question is this: what has been training you while you try? This is why I don't like simple advice like this. Just work harder, just be consistent, just want it badly enough. That advice is too shallow. Some people are trying hard. They are just swimming against a current they haven't named yet. They want silence, but their environment is loud. They want focus, but their inputs are chaotic. They want growth, but their relationships keep pulling them backward. They want a new life, but every morning places them back inside the old one. So maybe the next step isn't to shame yourself harder. Maybe the next step is to change one condition, one feed, one room, one conversation, one routine, one standard, one sentence you keep saying about yourself. You don't need to rebuild your entire life tonight. You need to change one thing that keeps rebuilding the old you. This video is not a complete system for changing your life. That's not what I think you need first. Methods are everywhere. Steps are everywhere. Advice is everywhere. What you may need first is clarity. The clarity that you are not broken. You are being trained. And if you can change what trains you, you can change what you become. That's the point of this video. Not to make you feel motivated for 10 minutes, but to make you see the mechanism. Change is not a personality judgment. Change is condition design. In future videos, I want to break this down further. How to change your inputs, how to redesign your environment, how to stop repeating an identity you don't want, how to move out of your old life without relying on perfect discipline. If you want more on that, subscribe. And if there's one part of this you want me to explain first, tell me. But before the next video, do one thing. Change one input that keeps pulling you back into your old self. Not 10. 1. That's enough for the first step. I'll see you in the next one.